Dear students, we are moving on to the next unit, that is writing an email. There is no much difference between writing a letter or writing an email because it's one and the same. That is, whereas in email we use electronic media, electronic service, but in letter writing we use manual paper sheets. So let us go through in detail how to frame an email. Email, as all of us know, is an electronic mailing service. I don't know whether you have sent an email to somebody or you have a habit of sending emails, I do not know. But it is important to know today, in today's world, today's business world, you need to know how to write an email. It is an effective tool to communicate at a great speed across the globe. And also you can send at one time, you can send to many. You can send a lot of data or information. You can attach files of different types, text, graphics, audio and video. Okay. When you want to send a graphic or send an audio or video, you can't use formal letters. You can't attach. We can enclose only certificates, documents in a formal letter or in a paper sheet. But when it comes to email writing, you can attach audios, videos, photos, etc. Voicemail helps you listen to your message as well. Email etiquette. Etiquette means some of the good things that you should keep in mind when you write an email. Email etiquette refers to a set of guidelines, do's and don'ts to help. What you can do, what you should not do when you write an email. All these points you should keep in mind. Okay. You use email effectively as with all written communication. Your email should be very clear. Okay, same as letter writing, it should be very clear what you want to mention it to the point. Then you should use correct grammar while you write an email. Then it should be concise, it should be very brief, not going on writing lengthy. It should not be lengthy. And courteous. Courteous means you should use very polite language while you are writing an email. Here are some essential guidelines to write an email. Write the subject clearly. Okay. See that the subject is clear. The person who is reading your email know what is your subject. What do you want to say through your email. Write the subject line in such a way that it tells the reader or receiver what the email is exactly about. Okay. Give the subject line very clearly so that the person knows for what you are writing this email. Offers a short summary of the email. Uses limited number of words. Okay, subject line, when it comes to subject line, you see that it is having very limited number of words. When you open an email, computer screen, email page where you want to compose your email, there you have a subject. Okay, when you write the subject, you no need write a paragraph there. Okay, you have to just mention in few words what is the exact topic of your writing email. Use capital and punctuation marks in the same way that you would in any other documents. Same, when you write a red letter, you know where to use capital letters, where to use punctuation marks. Same as that, when it comes to an email also, you should use in a similar way. Do not use capital letters entirely. It may seem rude. Okay, if you use full capital letters, according to the etiquette of writing an email, it looks rude. Means it's not polite enough if you write only capital letters throughout your email. Please keep that in mind. Do not violate the rules of English grammar and usage. Okay, see that your English grammar is correct when you frame sentences. If you do so, you would be making it difficult for the reader to read. If you use faulty language or incorrect grammar, the reader will not understand your email. He will not come to know what is the purpose of writing and what is your real problem. That is why you need to use correct language. The body of the email must be brief. Okay, don't go on writing emails, pages and pages, sheets after sheets. It should not be very lengthy. preferably one page or the length of your computer screen before scrolling. See that only you use the length of the computer screen, you know how much it is. Don't scroll it down. You try to finish within that length, so that readers do not have to go on scrolling, because if it is lengthy, nobody is interested to read. Next, email content should ideally be presented as bullet points. It is always good that you make small points, bullet points, so that the reader exactly knows what you want to say through your email. Next, most effective way of closing an email is with a clear actionable. Means whenever you write an email, you write to friends also, you write for business also, but you see that the purpose is mentioned once again at the end of the email writing. Sometimes if it is friendly, you no need to write the purpose of your writing, but even if it's for professional use, business matters, you need to clearly mention your purpose once again, so that you stress it. Third, how should the subject line should be? It should be very short and very precise. Okay, subject line where you write on the top. Then, email is a reflection of professionalism, values, attention to details. It should not be you focus on what is not necessary. No, you should focus on the details. It should be very professional. Means you should use professional language. Then you see that you practice values of politeness, courtesy, honesty while you write an email. Attention should be given to details. Email font should be black in color. Okay, don't use like PPT, don't make it colorful. Otherwise what happens, your attention, the person who reads the email, the person's attention will go to only to colors. They will be concentrated or distracted with colors or your font or your design, page design, etc. They will not be focused on the main purpose for which the email is written. It should be very easy to read. Capital alphabets, only when required you should use capital alphabet. Then SMS language we use, isn't it? Now WhatsApp we use SMS language like day, you, tomorrow, all shortcuts we use. So much so today we are using so many shortcuts that we even forget the correct spelling when it comes to exams and all. On your exam paper also we write this type of spelling, it's not correct. You should not use these short forms. In the email it should not be used at all. Okay, you should not use, because it is written for professionalism, for some purpose. Important points or words can be highlighted in bold or underlined. Why we need to highlight the important points? So that the reader will concentrate on those points. Sometimes the reader or the receiver may not have time also to concentrate on all the minute details. That is why if you underline the main points, maybe your purpose of writing this email or the date or the time, if you underline or make it bold, it will take the attention of the receiver. It is important to read the email completely before responding. Okay, before sending, it is not only email, whatever that you prepare, once you need to go proofreading. Once you need to do proofreading. Otherwise what happens, if there is some fault, it may give the wrong picture of yours to the person who reads it. So keep that in mind, that your email is reread after you write, so that you may not make any mistake. Proofreading emails before hitting send is the best practice. Okay, that is a very good practice. Proofreading is a very good practice. The tone of your email should be very polite and assertive. It should be very polite. You see that you use very polite language and very positive language. If you go into rude language, beginning itself the person will just neglect, just pass through your email without responding to it. But if you are very polite, person will feel like responding and taking up some action regarding your email sent. Next, here there is an email. You see the page where you have to write the email. Okay, you have to go to compose mail. Here there is two. You have to write the address, two email address. Then the subject you need to mention. It should be very precise. Here in this it is not mentioned. Okay, when you send email, that is very important. Otherwise you can't send email. So you see this one. Dear colleagues, this is to inform you that our company is planning a get together on 11th April Saturday at 11 hours at Golden Pinch Resort. You may bring your spouse and children. I request you to kindly inform me about the number of family members who would be joining you so that we can make suitable arrangements. Looking forward to your participation. Sincerely, Bhagat Singh Rana, Manager. You see, everything is at the right hand side of the paper or the screen. Don't tilt your writing here and there. Here there is no from and to address. It is already mentioned here to. From is already in your email. Since you are sending it from your email, it is already there, your address. To you have to write their email address, and no need of writing like letter writing full address. So hope you understood. It's very short, very precise, very clear, isn't it? This is the way of writing an email. It's very easy. It is not complicated. Let us see some more examples. Question number 1 in your course book. Write an email to your friend telling him or her about your new college. Now you want to tell your friend about your new college. So you write two address there, two email address. Then subject is my new college. See, it's very short and very precise. And you are greeting him, dear Anand. You are writing to your friend here. You can very informal in this type of writing. So how are you? Sorry that I did not mail you these days. I needed time to settle down in this new setup. Moreover, we are allowed to use the internet facility only on Sundays. My new college is nice and I have no problem at all. Of course, I do feel homesick and miss my friends once in a while, but it's not the fault of the college. The infrastructure is fantastic and the teachers are of a good standard. We have a lot of scope of extracurricular activities as we have many cells and associations. I have joined the waste management cell and NSS because I sincerely want to contribute a bit towards social welfare. We had an orientation program which made us get acquainted with our teachers, seniors and classmates. The cabinet members took us around the campus and gave us a thorough knowledge of what is where. Since I am a good eater, I am happy that our college has a full-fledged canteen with quite a few good items, reasonably priced. When you visit me here, I will take you to the canteen. Do visit me as soon as possible. I miss you a lot. Full stop. Yours, Venkatesh. And see that this email covers only one page, it is not scrolled down, and since it is written to a friend, it is using very informal language. You can be very informal, you can mention your personal things, etc. I am missing you, or I am a good eater, or such personal things you can mention. You can mention in an email written to a friend. Okay. Next email, we'll go to next email. Write an email addressing the manager of Aerial Tours and Travels, Bengaluru, asking him or her about the latest travel packages to coastal Karnataka. Ask about the packages, cost number of places included in the package duration. Okay, now this is should be very formal email, but the pattern is used the same, but only the language should be very formal because you are writing to a manager. Asking about the tour. Okay, you want to take a tour to coastal Karnataka. and you want to know about the package, the places you can see, duration, etc. So dear Mr. Roy Rodriguez, the name of the manager is Roy Rodriguez. I am Vasudev, student president of Veerashaiva College. Since you are not introducing yourself in your address, here you need to introduce yourself because this is a formal letter. Your manager do not know you, whereas in the previous email, your friend, you are writing to a friend and your friend knows you. Here you need to introduce yourself. And I am planning to organize a tour to coastal Karnataka for the interested students and staff of our college. I seek a few pieces of information with regard to the tour as you have travel packages. We would like to visit places of historical importance such as Karkala, where we can see the monolithic statue of Gommateshwara, Mudbidri, which is famous for the 1000-pillar temple, and historically famous Sultan Bathery in Mangalore. We do not want the tour to exceed 2 days. We should be inclusive of travel time. Please let us know what would be the cost. We will be around 40 in number and we want the lodging facility to be reasonable. Since we are students, we hope you will give us much concession as you can. Please get back to us as early as possible so that we can finalize our tour and go ahead with the preparation. So it is in detail as you can see. So all the points are mentioned here as per the topic. Thank you. Sincerely, Vasudev. Next, we'll go to question number 3. Compose an email addressing the principal of your college, providing your biodata for nomination for the Student of the Year award. So you are addressing this to a principal. Again, it should be very, very formal. To principal on the address of the principal, email address of the principal. Then subject is Student of the Year award. Dear sir, I saw on the college website a notification about the Student of the Year award. I am Ravindranath of second year PUC C section and I request you to consider my nomination for this award. I have always been an earnest student, showing keen interest in both curricular and extracurricular activities. I have taken the initiative in introducing many innovative practices which have tapped the potential of students. I have been instrumental in the college, having a tie-up with outside service organizations, enabling students to take up service activities. I have enclosed a detailed biodata of my achievements and services, and I request you to shortlist me for the award if you are happy with my performance. If there is any other detail to be furnished, I will be happy to turn over you with the same. Okay, I will come back to you with the same. Thank you. Yours sincerely, Ravindranath. You will be attaching his biodata. Again, there is an option in email where you can attach the biodata. Okay. Now he is requesting the principal to choose him for the award, Student of the Year award, and is mentioning his qualities. So we have already seen what is an email, what are the etiquettes we need to practice while we write an email, and also we have seen 3 different types of emails, how they are written. Please keep this in mind. Let us also once again go through the etiquettes that we should keep in mind. Email etiquettes refers to a set of guidelines. Email should be very clear, correct, concise and courteous. Write the subject clearly. Write the subject line in such a way that it tells the reader or receiver what the email is exactly about. Okay. Use limited number of words in your subject line. We have already seen there. Subject line should be very short. Use capital and punctuation marks in the same way that you would in any other documents, written documents, how you use capital letters at the beginning of the sentence, or when you use proper noun, etc. In that same way you need to write capital letters and a comma and punctuation, other punctuation marks. Do not use capital letters entirely because it looks rude, okay? Do not violate the rules of English grammar and usage. If you do so, you would be making it difficult for the reader to read. You will not understand your grammar or English. The body of the email must be brief, preferably one page or the length of your computer screen before scrolling, so that readers do not have to scroll. Email content should ideally be presented as bullet points. Most effective way of closing an email is with a clear actionable, okay? How should the subject line be? It should be very short and precise. Email is a reflection of professionalism, values, attention to detail. Email font should be black in color, easy to read, capital alphabets only where required. SMS language like shortcuts or wrong spelling should not be used. In the email should not be used, okay? Important points or words can be highlighted in bold, underlined, so that the reader takes notice of them. It is important to read the email completely before responding to the email, okay? Before responding or before sending it. Before you are not going to respond to it, you are sending it. So see that before sending it, you read it once again or twice again, so that there are no mistakes in your email. Next, proofreading emails before hitting send is the best practice. If you do not proofread, you will end up in making mistakes. The tone of your email should be polite and assertive. First of all, see that you know to write in correct grammar. For that you need to know correct grammar methods, patterns. Otherwise, what happens is you will not be able to convey the exact message to the reader, and you are going to lose marks here. So keep in mind all the parts of the email writing. There are no many parts. It's very easy. But see that it's you are using the etiquettes that I have given you. You will not violate any norm of writing email. That's all for today. So please practice email writing. Take some more examples if there are in Google or in any of your books. Whatever is there in the course book I have already done with you. If you need more questions, there will be in your question papers, or take some from Google and practice them. And write this in your notebook. I need it when you come for your corrections of the notebooks.